Clouds are set to return over the next couple of days, but do not worry. We still have a great forecast. Meteorologist Leah Pezzetti is tracking a little bit of a cool down in the next few days.
Yeah, Madison, you know what though? We need it. It has been downright warm the last couple of days, and we are already feeling the relief, and that cool down is going to continue into the next couple of days. It's nice to look at though, isn't it? Everett and Tacoma showing blue sky, a couple of clouds there hugging Mount Rainier. But do you feel the difference? Right now, we are trending cooler than where we were at this time yesterday. Look at that. Friday Harbor is down 14 degrees compared to 24 hours ago. We're down 5 degrees in Bellingham and Port Townsend. Most of us anywhere from about 1 to 5 to 8 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. That brings us still into the 70s and 80s. So it is still warm out there, especially you can see Bremerton and Seattle and south of that. That's where we're seeing those warmest conditions in those low to mid 80s. Olympia is actually at 88 degrees right now. Into this evening, we'll cool things down into the 60s for most of our evening hours. And then as we head into the next couple of days, we'll continue our cool down, and we're going to usher a little bit of cloud coverage in. That starts tomorrow. I'll have a closer look at what that means ahead of the 4th of July holiday straight ahead.
All right, Leah, thank you. And because it is so warm out, you might be tempted to go to our waterways. The King County Sheriff's Office, though, is warning people to stay safe on the water this 4th of July weekend. King County records show that 40% of all drownings happen in July and also in August. The Sheriff's Office and Public Health Department shared that statistic and more at a safety demonstration at Lake Sammamish this afternoon. They are patrolling the waters all across King County as crowds look to stay cool. According to the sheriff's deputies, since 2019, there's been an average of 20 deaths a year caused by drowning. So far this year, there's been 7. We've got a big week, a big holiday happening this week, and things are looking great. I mean, you can see Mount Rainier from the view behind you.
Yeah, you know what?
It's gorgeous.
It's spectacular out there. Today, we finally are starting to cool down a little bit, and you can see a really beautiful view of downtown right now. Blue skies across the board. The cool down will continue, and that will help keep temperatures in check the next couple of days. So we have the warmest conditions kind of behind us, and we're still holding on to them right now. We are at 85 degrees right now in the Seattle metro area, but into the next couple of days, we're going to say goodbye to the 80s and really cool things down. If you are heading out to the Mariners game tonight, get ready for 70s through most of our game time hours, and then upper 60s as you're heading home. So really nice baseball weather, a great night to get out and enjoy the beautiful, comfortable conditions. And that's where we'll sit the next couple of days, is that comfortable threshold. So we're going to continue that cool down into tomorrow. The next couple of days, that continues as well. We're hovering in the 70s for the most part through the end of this work week, and that does remain true for the 4th of July as well. So a closer look at what we can expect for tomorrow. Highs for the day will continue the cooling. That brings us mostly into the 70s, so it'll be really nice out there. A little bit cooler along the coast. We have onshore flow pushing cooler fresh air for the Olympic Peninsula, so that is going to keep our coastal communities a little bit cooler in the 60s, and then that cooling continues into Thursday as well. Thursday looks like our coolest day of the next couple. And then we'll start the warm up on Friday just in time for the 4th of July holiday. But even then, it's going to be kind of a Goldilocks day on Friday. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just going to be downright comfortable and really beautiful on Friday. Mid 70s expected. The warm up will kick back into early next week, but we're not there yet. Let's take a closer look at that 4th of July forecast. Here are highs for the day. Same thing, mostly in the 70s with a few 60s as well. A little bit cooler up to the north in the upper 60s. The Olympic Peninsula looking at low 60s. Off to the east even, Leavenworth and Wenatchee are cooling down a little bit into the 80s for your Friday. So throughout the day, we'll see some passing clouds, temperatures starting and ending in the 60s, hitting those 70s during our daytime hours. So a really nice 4th of July forecast is on tap for us. It'll be pleasant. And one thing to keep in mind, especially as things warm up beyond that, I showed you those 80s will be back as we head into early next week, is that our waterways are still extremely cold out there. So Puget Sound waterways in the mid to upper 50s right now. Lake Washington starting to warm up a little bit into the upper 60s. Lake Sammamish a little bit warmer, 71 degrees. But our rivers are still just downright cold right now. That cold runoff from our snow melt is keeping conditions in the 40s and into the 50s. So we were talking about water safety earlier. It's just such a good thing to keep in mind, especially if you're going boating but don't expect to necessarily get in the water. That's when it can be the most dangerous, because because you're not ready. You're not wearing that life jacket. And when you accidentally fall in the water, you can go into shock. That hypothermia settles in. It can be extremely dangerous. So please, as we head into this holiday weekend and are having fun and are enjoying the 4th of July weekend, just keep that water safety top of mind. We'll see temperatures warming up as we head into early next week. It looks like 80s are back. In fact, Tuesday is looking extremely warm. Upper 80s are possible, even some near 90 threshold on Tuesday.
All right, Leah, thank you. 4th of July is Friday, but the travel rush is already in full swing on the roads and in the sky. We'll break down what to expect if you were heading out for the holiday. Also, it's not your... Okay, I am now officially starving. Talking with Steven and then looking at those crumble cookies. Yeah, we might have to eat a sweet treat before dinner tonight, Leah.
I need a cookie.
Yeah,
I need something sweet, stat.
Exactly. Well, at least we have the nice weather outside, so we can get a sweet treat.
Maybe ice cream.
That's how it works.
Because we're still in the 80s today. We do have temperatures out there that are touching the 80s. Here's Bellingham right now. A little bit cooler up there, but absolutely beautiful. Clear blue sky right now. As we head into the next couple of days, we're going to see that change. We'll introduce a little bit of cloud coverage. That is a sign of the disturbances knocking on our door. Really, it won't do too much for us other than increase some of that cloud coverage and also cool temperatures down a little bit. Bellingham is sitting at 74 degrees right now, so really comfortable up there to the north. But as we take you wide to satellite and radar, you can see we have this kind of dueling setup right now. So down to the south, some moisture is pushing up to this into Washington from the south. That's bringing some thunderstorm and instability into eastern Oregon, a little bit over our southern Cascades. But then if we look off to the northwest, we see this moisture pulling in from the coast. That's helping keep temperatures a lot cooler, and that is what is going to bring in some cloud coverage in the next couple of days. So a closer look at what we're seeing right now. It's very mild. We're not seeing anything too crazy quite yet. Really, it's that sunshine. We're meeting in the middle. It's that split flow is what we're seeing right now. I do want to tell you that we do have a red flag warning that has been issued for a lot of the region. This is mostly for Wednesday. Western Washington is not included in this, but everywhere in pink here is under this red flag warning. This is mostly going to be for Wednesday evening. This is because of low humidity, strong wind, and that increased potential for fires to spread should they start. That is not what we like to see when it is 4th of July. Of course, people are lighting off fireworks. Please, 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 if you live in any of these areas, be cautious. If you live anywhere, be cautious. But this is a regional issue. It's up in eastern Washington. It's into parts of eastern Oregon. It's northern California. It's down into Nevada and the southwest as well. So this is a west coast issue that we're going to keep an eye on as we head into the next couple of days. Here in the Pacific Northwest, though, we're kind of in this really sweet spot where we have really comfortable temperatures heading our way and don't have any big swings that are expected. As we head into tomorrow, we are going to see cloud coverage increasing just a little bit. So this is 11:30 in the morning. We'll see that onshore flow dominating, and so that's going to bring that cloud coverage in during the day. Not necessarily rain chances. The best chance at squeezing out a couple light sprinkles is going to be overnight tomorrow night, right around the convergence zone. Most of us will be asleep, and it will be next to nothing. So really all this is doing is bringing that cloud coverage. Same thing on Thursday afternoon, a little bit of cloud coverage and cooling temperatures down. So for our next couple of home games after tonight for the Mariners, we're talking 70s for temperatures, so it'll be really nice the next couple of days as we head into the rest of this week. A look at tomorrow shows that cloud coverage that's increasing. Temperatures, though, will stay very comfortable. We're mostly in the 70s across western Washington, with the aside from the 60s for the Olympic Peninsula. Same thing into Thursday. Thursday looks like our coolest day of the week. At that point, we'll be in the 60s into the low 70s. We'll start to warm things up into Friday, bringing us into the mid 70s during the day. It is going to be a beautiful 4th of July Friday, starting with some cloud coverage, getting some afternoon clearing, and then into the weekend and next week, look at that, warming up into the 80s.